Thinking fast, speaking slow. A lot of people on YouTube speak very fast. They speak very fast. They try to get all the information processed and force feed you with lots of different stuff. They speak very much like this. There's a guy who is a barrister, and he has a YouTube channel, and he speaks very loud and fast and projects himself as if he's Perry Mason, but he's just sitting there at his desk, and he speaks so loud that his neighbours, he's got a big posh house, but his neighbours have complained because when he's making his YouTube videos, he projects his voice and they can hear him booming out through the wall. So what he did was, and he's a very clever guy, knows everything you'd ever need to know about the law. In fact, he's forgotten more about the law than what I even will ever know. And but he doesn't have common sense. So what he does is he booms out, speaks at a very high rate, and booms out his knowledge. So much so that his voice echoes off the wall of a big room as well, and also it penetrates the wall and goes through to his neighbours. So what did he do? Being a very clever guy, you think you might just decide to come closer to the microphone, but he's too busy trying to create drama by getting his camera up close to his face, and he pulls back, then he pulls the focus up to his face, and he pulls back. But meanwhile, he's talking a mile a minute, very loud. And so what he did was, because he had this problem of the sound bouncing off the walls, the sound of his voice, he spent thousands of pounds on what appears to be giant sponges, black, flat sponge type things, which he calls acoustic absorbers, and spent thousands of pounds on these. They look to me as if they're worth about £3, £3, the whole lot of them, and he's got them stuck on his walls and on the roof and everywhere else, and he says this absorbs all the echoing. And then he played a video of him talking without these installed, and then with them installed. And of course there's not any difference at all. He spent about £10,000 on these. And then the next thing he did was, just the other day there, he got a little mixing desk, a graphic equalizer from Amazon, and he spent nearly £1,000 for this. And it was a little panel with all these different slider controls, which allows you to balance out your voice. And so when he ordered this, paid for it from Amazon, a couple of days later, in came a package. And he's the sort of guy that films everything he does, including opening up packages. So he opened up this package to show people that this was his mixing desk to get his sound. He's also paid about several £1,000s for a microphone. The microphone I'm speaking to just now cost me £14. It was the cheapest available. So, yes, I think maybe that's all I deserve. So, he got this mixing desk and he filmed himself opening up the packet. And it was pretty funny because when he opened up the box, there was nothing inside apart from some cardboard. It was just some cardboard. It was like a fake packet. It was almost as if Amazon were having a laugh with him. And you ought to have seen his face when he opened up the box, and all there was little bits of cardboard in there, but no mixing desk. And he said, now I'm going to tell you how to get your money back and sort this out. And that became a video in itself. So, speaking, what rate's the best rate to speak at? Well, I think it's about 150 words per minute. If I start speaking at 150 words per minute, I think it doesn't give people enough time to process it. So I tend to speak quite slow. But then again, I was in a sales job. And when you're in a sales job, you've got to do two things. And you have to be in a man of two minds. What you have to do is speak very deliberate and slow with great pauses so that someone can understand what you're saying and comprehend. But the other thing you have to do is to think fast, because you're flying by the seat of your pants and there's many different things happening all at the same time, and you can often be speaking to quite a few different people, directors, 4 or 5 people, and they're all firing questions at you, trying to catch you out. They don't even want you to be there because you're going to cost them money. So you have to speak slow and pause, and if you don't, you'll get yourself into a panic and you'll start muttering, mumbling, and get out of control. So that's a bit of an observation on microphones, voices, and that type of thing.